in 2006, 1 in every 110 children was living with autism. Today, that number is now 1 in every 68. We often hear the stories about children with autism who can solve complex math problems in their heads or make shot after shot in a basketball game. But there are so many kids living with the disorder who will never be able to do that.
In fact, for them, success is defined as getting through the day, sometimes without hurting themselves. Tonight, one Cheektowaga family is sharing their daily struggle with 7 Eyewitness News anchor Katie Morse, who tells us about their fight to find help closer to home.
James. 3 adults, all wearing bite protectors, struggling to calm down a child. The video is shocking. It might even look scary to some, but it's the only way the Cordone family is able to keep 10-year-old James safe. James has autism, and as he's gotten older, his behavioral problems have gotten worse.
Extremely self-injurious, putting his head through walls, windows, biting himself, biting others, extremely out of control.
Just walking through Debbie Cordone's house, you can see how bad things got.
Out of nowhere, he was happy, and then his head went into there. Another day, same thing. And you're right there, but he is so fast and his head went right through it.
James goes to school at Autism Services, but his behavior was so severe he needed a more intense program. Here's the problem.
There is no help here. There's no help in New York State.
So James, like so many kids from Western New York, had to leave the state, ending up at a specialized program in Maryland.
We were willing to take him anywhere we had to go.
The Cordones uprooted their lives and spent 8 months getting James intense treatment at Kennedy Krieger in Baltimore, where he finally started smiling again. But those smiles come at a cost to a lot of families.
Nobody wants to see their child go to an out-of-state treatment facility, to be so far away from home.
Tracy Panzarella works with the Cordones at Autism Services. She says with no treatment options available in New York for kids like James, parents are in a tight spot when it comes to getting their kids the help they need.
How are they going to get the time off from their job? Family medical leave only covers so much in these situations. If we could bring something like that to Western New York, it would really be a tremendous asset.
Right now, James is back home. His parents are implementing the behavior program created for him in Maryland. Working with them is Dr. Michael Cummings and his partner, Janelle Rosati. Situations like what the Cordones faced are nothing new to the pair. They work with about 100 local families who have children with autism.
They are living in a state of crisis 24/7. We're really just touching the top of the iceberg. The need is so overwhelming. And the need's going to continue going up.
Going up as more and more children can't get the help they need locally. Families like the Cordones say they have simple requests.
My child's never going to play football. He's not going to, play hockey.
All they want is help, and help closer than states away, so all kids can have the most basic things they deserve.
As long as he's got some happiness and he smiles again.
Now, you saw the video of James in crisis mode in this story. His parents say they understand it'll shock a lot of people and that there are going to be some people who don't agree with their decision to share it. But they say it is vital to telling James' story. They've been pushing to have an organization like Kennedy Krieger created right here in Western New York. A children's hospital rep tells me the new hospital will have rooms that are better equipped to handle patients who have autism, but there are no plans to build a brick and mortar facility locally for kids like James. The hope is that someday funding will exist to build one somewhere in New York State. Katie Morse, 7 Eyewitness News.